mustard. Me, mustard. Me, mustard. Right, so tonight, my original plan was no plan. Then I thought, I just had some beer bought for me. Some of these, some San Migel, which I've never ever bought, but I have on quite an awful lot of occasion the cheaper version made by Lidl, which is definitely a copy. I mean, have a look at this. Have a look. Look it up. Right. Now, is that a copy or not? It is, isn't it? And that's what Lidl and Aldi seem to do. They seem to specialise in copying stuff. That's fine, because it means, or it should be fine, it means that you get the same thing but for less monies, which means you could have more of the same thing for the same amount of money, or the same amount for less money. You see? So, good thing, yes or no? Probably. Well, my plan was to just have 2 beers open at the same time a bit later on. Not going to bother waiting to get 27 likes or anything like that, because it probably might not happen just on that. And see whether it really is worth the extra money for the extra difference. That's a plan, not the most exciting thing. But then we do have chat as well. So there are many people already coming in doing chat things, of which I shall be looking at in a moment. And something else. Yes, in the evenings I do like to cook something. Past couple of nights, really without really much of a plan, I've ended up doing curry scrambled eggs, which has been fabulous, which has been much better than I was expecting. Could be tempted to do the same thing again, but no. What I'm going to do is a proper kind of meal, but a nighttime meal. So we've got some pork loin steaks there. I'm going to do a sauce, which I haven't made up yet, and some mash. Mash, of course, being the stuff made from potatoes that we all know and understand quite well. So, before anything else, I'm going to bung these porky steaks into the oven, and then I can settle down a little bit. Then, straight after that, I'll read some comments out, and hopefully we'll have a lovely evening together. Won't open like that. They're piercing. Important thing to do when you get your Donald Trumps out is to just have a sniff to make sure they're not gone off. And that hasn't. So that's good. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now if you're a vegetarian, this might be a bit uncomfortable. If you happen to just like piggies, this might be a bit uncomfortable, and I understand. And I do too. These all look like ducks, actually, the shapes that they are. Let's get rid of this. Wash my hands now. Now, what do we put on pork steaks? Well, because they're not smoked, we can put some salt on, and we can put a bit of black pepper. Very, very simple. Very simple indeed. Now, what I quite like to do would be to make a sauce to go with it. A sauce to go with it, made from the juice of the meat, but there may not be that much juice from it, so we'll have to see. I've already done a bit of food preparation tonight, by the way, which is bread. Yep, I'm at it again. Seems to happen not every night, but like quite frequently. Bread prepared for tomorrow. There we go. Lots and lots of bread. And I've been asked to do some of the experimental breads that I did last week, namely the tandoori bread. So I shall do some of that tomorrow night probably. Into the oven it goes. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Put the beer back in the fridge for the moment. And simply get my cup of tea ready for the consumption of. But obviously I can't do a live stream without a drink on the go, can I? Even if it is tea. Tea is perfectly good. Tea is good for me. Thank you very much now. Hee hee. Almost ready. I always feel like I'm properly dashing around in the kitchen, and there we have it, the whole lot. I'm now ready to just sit down, relax, and speak to whoever wants to be spoken to. So, well, again, welcome. Let's see who is here with me this evening. Evening to you all. Right, okay. Oh gosh, there's Project Nigel. One of the very first to join in. And before Tracy says anything, I'm going to say live chat. So thank you for probably reminding me there that that's what we need to do. Eliza was here, the Greenwood, of course, my moderator. And Bev Coles, the first one to jump in after the live stream has started. So welcome very much this evening, Bev. Driving home, got notifications, so excited. Imagine that, eh? I can't believe I can actually create excitement with a live stream. That is wonderful. Oh, right, okay. In my MGF VVC, we'll be home in a mo. See you then. Wow, a VVC version. That's the fast one. In case you don't know. Small, sports car, mid-engined, rear-wheel drive, lots of power, very, very exciting car. Usual rules applies, says Greenwood. Of course, I understand what these rules are, and they don't even apply to me anyway, but I like to stick by them. Hannah is here. Hello, everyone. Hannah is back. Welcome indeed, Hannah. Mystic Hair. Hello, Captain, says Mystic Hair. Hi, I'm your fan, says Kaylee Whaley. Thank you very much. Sam is here. Hello, everyone. I missed it yesterday, but it's good to interact with everyone. Indeed, it is. Proceeds to dab that oldie up. Oh. Steve Colg is here as well. Welcome, Steve Colg. Don't know, shotgun it. No, what should I mean by that? Beer. Oh, well, beer question mark, and an exclamation mark as well, and a shocks expression. Now, what could that be about? Is it because it's a Sunday night and Sunday means that the next day is Monday? And so therefore I would be rather irresponsible indeed if I was to be consuming any beer on a school night. Well, maybe tomorrow isn't. No, it isn't. In fact, tomorrow I am having the day off. Do you want to know why? I shall tell you. I'm having the day off because I spent longer at work today than normal because of Tom Turbo being around. We had 3 days of doing stuff together with the car, and I thought if I take Sunday a bit longer on a Sunday, plus another chap came around today called Pingu Concord, then maybe I should just have Monday off. And as it turns out, I didn't really have that much more time at work today than I normally would do. But anyway, that's it. So tomorrow is a day off for me, which means I'll probably be doing some cooking. Mystic Hair. Tea, I thought this was a beer review. Well, it will be in a little while, but I don't want to start it off too early, do I? I'll give it all away. School tomorrow? No school for me or the little people because it's still Easter holiday as well, remember. Say Pipsica. Okay, not sure what that means actually. Simon, oh gosh, here we go. All right, okay, lots and lots of comments being removed straight away by Greenwood. Well done. But that is classic unnecessary, isn't it? Not removing the comment, but just saying it over and over again. Because I did actually say it. I did say it. I don't know why I said it. I don't know what it means. Oh, there's a point. If I don't know what it means, then I don't know what I've said. But I'm sure it's fine. But yeah, once will do. I forgot to remind you about live chat, so well done on the Pavlov response there. Oh gosh, I tell you what, that is an awful lot of the same thing again, isn't it? And Sam's saying something back. I think, oh, word up, says Windy Miller. Windy Miller, now the Volvo man in our midst. Well done. Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Miller of the windy variety. And I believe you're having lots of happy motoring in your Volvo. Thank you. Thank you. Shots, 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 says Tyler. No idea why he said that, but he has done it. It's too late to get him to change his mind. So let's just stick with it. Hopefully it does make sense somewhere. Awesome Bear 121. That's a lovely name, isn't it? Are your fish from Scotland? Asks Windy Miller. But yeah, there may be. Yeah, there's always a possibility that there's some of them could have been bred up there. Because obviously fish like these, they're going to be bred quite often in the UK by people who love fish, and they just have masses of tanks and deliberately breed them so they can sell them. So there's a good possibility that some of them could indeed be Scottish. Awesome Bear 121 says, I love this man. That's rather cool, actually. Hey, Stia, sorry I missed you there. This man's very nice, though. Thank you very much. What's this man's very nice, in fact? Does anyone remember the Hulk? He was green before it was trendy. It was, actually, yes. The Incredible Hulk was the first eco-activist ever. And he did it by ruining clothes and smashing things up, which is probably a fairly good indication of what being green really means a lot of the time. Well done for remembering that one, Simon. Kirsty Linton, I eat poop. Well, no, it's maybe you're saying that because you quite like a consignment of poo delivered to you, or maybe not. Good evening, the Greenwood. What's the word? What is the word? An interesting diet, yes. The bird is the word. Onika123 says, hi, it's really shitty, says Kirsty. It is actually, yeah. It really will be. I bet you don't. I bet you don't really. How do you prepare it? Dutch oven. Andrew Lawrence, what's going on there? Swirl that round and up there. No, really need to. What do you look for in a man? What do I look for in a man? Well, I reckon I don't look for anything in a man. I just like a man to be a friendly man, and then I'll be his friend. If I can talk to someone, I don't care whether they're a man or not, really. Because everyone knows that bird is the word. Oh, yes, I know the one you mean. It's a song from was it the 50s? The bird is the word. Chip Broadhead. Dude, you need to get a razor, have a shave and a haircut, scruffy old man, lose some weight and take a shower. Well, I thank you very much for that advice there. It's exactly the kind of advice I need, and I need to start taking it seriously. I did have a shower, but I didn't mention anywhere in the description that that's exactly what I did. But yeah, I do appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate it. I don't think I need a shave, though, or a haircut. Or the old man bit. I can't do much about that. You'll know what it's like one day. It's great. You'll really enjoy it. Kirsty Linton, lol. Is that Drake's autistic cousin, Rake? Scribbled. Who's Drake? Gosh. FFS, another week. At least the roads will be there will be Crumpet with hot, melty butter. I don't want to be a mod. Too much work. Oh, and nobody told you had to be one, Steve Hulk. Nobody told you had to be a mod, did they? Why we're talking about peanut butter now? Peanut butter on crumpets? No. Oh, right. Is this related to what I was talking about before with food? The pork chops and the gravy that I'm going to have a sauce. I make a sauce with it and some mash. Well, we all like mash. You can't go wrong with a bit of mash as long as you do actually cook the potatoes before mashing them. You try and mash an uncooked potato, it doesn't work. You end up getting frustrated. You break your masher, you hurt your arm, and then when you come to eat it, it's just not very nice, and the butter doesn't melt. Oh, Marmite. I don't understand, says Kirsty Linton, but we don't know what it is that you don't understand. Honey is great on crumpets, runs up your arm with the melty butter. Not too sure I like that idea. Have you ever tried deep fried dog shit? What's it like, Tyler Kennedy? Tell me what it's like. I have a Rover 75. I want a Rover 45, MGZS, and that's my life. Well, isn't it? It's kind of a sad life, isn't it, really? When all you want is more and more Rovers and MGs. And, you think, well, this is what I want, that's doing it for me. And then you look at yourself and think, nobody else wants this, do they? And that's because they're sad. Or it's because you're sad. I don't know. Who knows? Nobody. There's a taste sensation. I want a streetwise, says Mystic Hair. We're doing lots of Rover talking here, aren't we? This really is going to confuse some Americans, I reckon. Yeah, and we don't want to do that. We don't want to confuse Americans. We want to welcome them in, shake their hands, and have a chat with them, as we do with people of all nationalities. Nations. We're getting an unintentional room tour, it seems. Well, it's just not the camera, that's all. Hello, all. How are we? Asks Neil Gibbons. Thank you very much for asking, Neil. I'm fine. I'm sure everybody else is as well. Welcome, welcome. Neil Gibbons, one of my other moderators. I like being a grumpy old man, says Mystic Hair. How long have you been a grumpy old man for, Mystic Hair? Because I've been a grumpy old man since I was about 25. Jana Haverstein. Haverstein, is that right? Haverstein. Jana Haverstein or Jana Haverstein. Hey, hello. Girl Dad cooking up deliciousness. Hello, Mustard, and everyone in the chat, and welcome you as well. Let me feel worse. My school's supposed to start today, but it didn't say another week off. Bev Coles asks, have you any siblings? Yes, I have, and they're all younger than me and all more bald than me as well, I might add. It's crunchy and funky, says Tyler Kennedy. So that is an explanation, a description of the deep fried poo that he does indeed proclaim to eat. But do you just eat it deep fried, or do you put other things on it? And what kind of poo is it? Is it any kind? Dog poo, your own poo, your neighbour's poo, or just the poo that gets put through the letterbox? Layla, Dada Harder, whatever that means, and Canal du Lin says hello as well. Man, maybe I look like someone's daddy there, possibly. Oh, I want less Rovers, and Henrietta is up for sale. Oh, do you? Yeah, you want less, but I bet you'll end up buying another one. You'll sell it and get something else. I know you, Simon. I do. I know you. I know you quite well. And you know I know. And you know that I know that you'll just buy another one, don't you? Admit it. Come on. Ooh, Sam, live it up. Likes, everyone. Like the stream. Thank you. Well, we've got 7 likes so far. I mean, that's not too bad for less than 20 minutes. Admittedly, one of them was me. I thought I might as well start it somewhere. I know, Simon, watching the classy fields. Where is everyone from? Asks Windy Miller. Of course, that wonderful question that cannot possibly be answered, except for one word. We can only answer that with one word, and that one word is Earth, because everyone is from Earth. But as far as different places on Earth, you're going to have to answer that one individually. Me Nota says, can I do Lynn? And eBay and Facebook Marketplace says Mystic Hair. Oh, right. Yeah, 3-door diesel streetwise, that is, I guess. Frozen real mash is fab, quick and easily salty butter and pepper yum. Or want it really rich and beat an egg into it. Let me think about that one there, actually. Would I want frozen mash? I suppose, actually, if you made too much mash, you could just put some in some pots, bung it in the freezer, and there we have mash, just like you would do with any other kind of food, actually. But would I want to do? Yeah, I probably would. But I've just never thought of it. The trouble is, for me, the freezer is one of those places where you put bits of frozen food to stay there until it gets taken back out and thrown away, because you can't remember how long ago it was when you put it in there. I know the answer is labels. Labels with dates and ingredients, or contents, if you like. You know, it's like the index of the food. But you know, sadly, I've not got myself organised enough to even buy the labels, never mind the pen to write on them. But I should do at some point, because what can easily happen whilst you're doing live streams or channel like I'm doing, where you do quite a bit of cooking, lots of food can build up, lots of food, more than you can eat. Except for last night and the night before, of course, because all that just got scoffed straight away. It was lovely. Where was we? Right. Always been grumpy, just old and owl. That says Mr. Hare. Yup, Simon, 3-door with 4 seats, preferably 2005 onwards. The worse and worse they get, unfortunately. But they didn't do a pre-project drive streetwise, did they? Or you could make your own, though. Imagine if you bought yourself a streetwise. Well, I mean, you could equally just turn an ordinary Rover 25 into a streetwise. But if you bought a streetwise and then fitted the carpets and the BCU and everything else from an older car, you put all of the old stuff in there. That'd be quite cool, wouldn't it? Including all of the stuff inside the doors to make them not so clangy when you close them. Can you be more bold? Or is bold an absolute that is either is or isn't? Yeah, I see what you mean, actually. I see what you mean. But you can have degrees of boldness, can't you? I mean, I'm not bold, but that bit there is. Okay? I've got a bit there and a bit there. They've been like that since when I was about 30 or 25, I don't know. When it suddenly just recedes a little bit and then stops. If you're more bold, you go more bold than that. But actually, the point that you make is rather good. It's just that not everyone's really going to get that. Hey, it's been a while since I've been on one of your lives. How are you? Says Mary Aki Bunny. Well, I'm fine. Welcome back, by the way. Curix Rena, hello. Beer, Steekled Manchester. Right, I'm off. Have a good evening, says Smashing Pistons. Okay, Smashing Pistons. See you very soon. Thank you for joining me tonight. There he goes, off out the door with his funny coloured hair and his beard. Simon over the hills to somewhere more significant. Maybe he's got to watch the time because he's got to be at work in the morning or not. Or it just has something better to do. Who knows? There's got to be a poo for a 3-year-old Labrador with a bit of spring onion top. Amen to that, Simon. Okay. I'm not from Earth. At least not this Earth, says Windy Miller, which makes him even more mysterious, doesn't it? Because everybody else is from this Earth. It's just that Windy Miller and maybe somebody else or 2 other people are not. What's your favourite word that you don't get the opportunity to say very often? That's a fantastic question, actually. My favourite word that I don't get the opportunity to say very often would be conundrum. custard, and flamboyant. I love the word flamboyant, but if you use it all the time, then people will just think that you love the word flamboyant. And custard. There's no need to be using the word custard unless, of course, you're eating custard or talking about custard. So that's the problem with that. What's yours? What's yours, by the way? All right. Haberdashery. That is a cool word, actually. Haberdashery is an excellent word. Thank you. Steakulk sex. Oh. You buy it in the shops, says Bev. What was that? What was it that you buy in the shops? I've forgotten where we was up to. That doesn't help, does it? Yeah. Mine is triage. Oh, okay. You microwave it for at least, oh, what, the frozen mash? Oh, no. I don't think I could possibly ever want to promote such a thing unless I was being paid. It'd be a different matter. If whoever it was that makes frozen mash wants to contact me and ask me to use some frozen mash that they make in a live stream, I would do it, but I'd have to be paid for it. Balding, receding hairline. You look balder than yesterday. Maybe it's the angle. Oh, Cars with JC is here as well. Okay, welcome, Joe. Very much welcome indeed. Look at this, caught up with the comments. That means basically got a live stream full of mods. That's exactly what's necessary. Anybody new coming along will see this and think, best behave myself. In fact, I'll just stay here. I'll just watch. I'll just sit in the background and decide whether I should say anything, but maybe not. So good. Thank you. Frozen mash. I was crying with laughter the other night at your auto glass story, man. Going from flurry of hands, Joe maimed and murdered him. Joe's not somebody to be messed with. That certainly seems to be seriously, it's just potatoes. Okay, what about Smash? Who remembers Smash? Dehydrated potatoes turn into powder and then you just add hot water to it. Does anybody remember that? Does anybody like it? Do you have a bald bits? Because no, I don't. Tyler Kennedy, no, I don't. Jason is good at exaggerating the story. He is, yes. Let's all remember that. Let's all remember that if Boaty is telling a story, there's a good possibility that some of it may even be true. Who's Joe? Joe's up there. He's Joe. Sam is 2 people up from you. Easy to find. Christopher Figgs. Good morning. I had a soccer game and Luz, can you pray for me to do better? Well, I'm not really sure how that would help, but I could suggest that you could do better by trying harder. That's the best bit of advice I can give you. If you pray to do better, then you're kind of trying to take the responsibility out of your own hands, and then you'll probably do even worse. So let's not do that. In my opinion, frozen mash is okay and decent enough if you can't be bothered with the peeling. Prepping, nothing beats real mash. And you know what? I really can't be bothered. The bit I don't like is peeling potatoes. And guess what? The potatoes are in the fridge because they do keep a bit longer in the fridge than just at room temperature. But that means that not only do you get little bits of potatoey juice spurting off into your eyes, but it does it whilst you're cold as well, and you get cold hands doing it. It's not a very nice experience, in my opinion. Mr. Joe, yeah, frozen mash tastes funny. Or is it just me? I don't know. I don't know if you do taste funny, Joe. I'll ask someone who probably knows all about this. And that person will know most definitely be Neil. Does anybody know how to make the bottom of my garden and back passage less attractive? So the millions of tiny flies that have taken over and are hanging around like hoodie chavs terrorizing me. Well, I do make sure, of course, there is no amounts of vegetation down there that's attracting them and thinking that they can lay more flies because they have somewhere safe to live. Oh, so if you've got any area at all with any green bits on, just simply pour some petrol on it and that will make them go away. Not the nicest advice, but it'll probably work. Pre-done mash from the supermarkets always tastes funny. Pre-done. Imagine that. It's not just mash that's been made by somebody else, but it's pre-done. Hello. Rummaging about. Rummaging about. Okay, well done. Mr. Joe, sir, do you prefer football or rugby? Are you are you a boy or a real man? Lol. I'm not a fan of rugby, but if I was going to watch, if I had to sit and watch either 10 minutes or an hour or 2 hours worth of either of the game, I'd go for the rugby. The Blob. Are you a try hard? Are you a try hard? Yes. Evening, Mustard and friends and enemies, says Stephen S. Paul. Yep, make sure that you say hello to everybody. Don't leave anyone out, including the people that you don't want to include. Frozen mash is different depending on the shop. Some are dire, says the Greenwood. Get a metal speed peeler. A metal speed peeler. It makes potato peeling a breeze, not a plastic one though. They're rubbish. Oh, the plastic, anything plastic that you use in the kitchen isn't going to work. Now, let me show you something. This is something I will be using afterwards, and you'll recognise this as a masher thing, right? Now, so it is metal. The end is metal. It's not particularly thick. It looks a bit like plastic welding wire, doesn't it? But like on a much bigger scale. This bit's a bit plastic, but on the inside it is actually metal. And it did have a little hooky thing on there at one point for hanging it up. And what would have happened at some point is, like, while smashing, that little hooky thing would have got snapped off because it's made of plastic. Anything made of plastic, not that good. And we used to have one of these that obviously I didn't buy. I chose this one from what was available in the shops. But we used to have one with a metal handle with a hard, sharp bit there, and then the masher bit was plastic. It was completely useless. I've said it now. I've had my say about the masher, and I'm feeling a bit more positive about it. Why would why would I know what Joe tastes like? That's an acquisition, sir. An acquisition. Oh, how do you mean an accusation? Oh, it could be an acquisition. Well, you two do have some funny talk going on with each other. You spend a lot of time. So why not? Why not? Why not? Mash is full of mash with full stick of butter and sprinkled diabetes. Well, don't actually put any sugar in there. Mash. Bats. What, bats in mash? Do you have to set fire to the petrol, or will the existence of petrol be enough, asks Windy. I reckon the existence of petrol might just be enough. The trouble is, if you set fire to it, then a lot of the petrol aroma will disappear as well. The smell of petrol is rather lovely, isn't it? You know, if you like the smell of petrol, then and use a fly, then you hang around a bit more, but I don't think they do. If you can't mash potatoes, just give up, says the Blob. My mum has arthritis and can't mash potatoes anymore, the Blob, says Windy. Tell her to give up. Well, that means you need somebody else to do the mashing of the potatoes, though, doesn't it? You sprinkle this happens every time, doesn't it? Every time I say something that Greenwood happens to thought the same thing. Make Stephen a mod. He's such a punk. Make Stephen, which Stephen S. Paul? I will not. If she wants mashed potatoes, then she can. Blender. Blender does a good job mashing. Makes it super creamy and fluffy mash. Now, isn't that a bit of a contradiction? It can't be fluffy and creamy at the same time, can it? Because it's fluffy. Fluffy mash is what you get when you don't really put much in it. If you just mash the potatoes and then toss them about everywhere, they will be somewhat fluffy. But once you put butter in, some of the fluffiness goes. If you put, what was it you put in there? Oh, did you actually say? Ow! I just bit my tongue. Some people put milk in mash, which is okay if you want it to spread really thinly across the top of a cottage pie or something. But other than that, it spoils it. In fact, it takes away the potatoey flavour that you so desire, and of course, what inspires you to make the mash in the first place. It does depend on the shop. A very good evening, Mustard, and everyone in the chat, says Andrew Buttigeek, and welcome, Andrew. Oh no, not a blender for mash. That overworks it, makes it like goo. Masher or ricer all the way. So you'll see my mash afterwards then, provided that you're still here, because I haven't even started yet. But personally, I like mash sort of just done quite coarsely. Which you probably gathered though, because I mentioned it. If you cannot mash a boiled potato, then Blob, stop being rude about waiting for death. Not everybody is actually waiting for it. For many people, they get caught out by it and they wasn't expecting it or wanting it particularly. Have you been telling people? Be careful not to overmash your potatoes though. You stretch the gluten and they get gloopy and sticky. Yeah, see, that's what you do with bread to get the texture. You do it with potatoes, not right, is it? Weird stuff I get likes for. Yo. Twilight Zone music because the mustard have right. The mustard have twin brains. And then the you want the tune with that, don't you? Is that it? Oh, it's something else, isn't it? Gas sniffers. Weird stuff. Weird stuff that I get likes for. You are hot. Now, weird stuff that I get likes for. I'm going to accept that from a certain type of person, but not another certain type of person. So you need to be the correct type of person to say that to me, and me find it a compliment. Okay. Opinions on God. Says unknown. I guess that is. Can you mash my spuds? I thought that said onions on God. Then isn't whipped cream fluffy and creamy? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because cream becomes sort of fluffy by whipping it enough so the air gets into it, and then it gets bigger, doesn't it? So you create tiny gaps, and that's why it goes from a liquid into something different. But it doesn't really work with mash. It's too heavy. What would you do if your mum found it hard to make mashed potatoes? The Blob. Would you euthanize her, or would you be happy to help her make mashed potatoes exist? Good point, Windy. Russell M. Show me how and I will sub. Show me how what? And just sub anyway, and like the live stream, please. If you like the live stream, good things will happen. And I'm prepared to let good things happen early tonight, rather than waiting 2 hours. So yeah, please, just do that. Leo Lars Lex. Say Leo as hard if you can. Leo as hard as you can. I'm not going to shout it. I don't do shouting, not unless I'm annoyed or I want to emphasise a point. And Leo doesn't need emphasising particularly. I just said Leo. I'll say it quietly instead. The sky is the limit, says Cade 1356. Yeah. Yes, chunky mash is great. My mother overworked her spuds and she added unsalted butter. Yuck. I think it was Jay Rayner heard him saying about why would anybody buy unsalted butter? It's just fat. If you're going to use butter, salted butter. Is that native? The native man? Is that how you say that one? For potato soup, would you blend it? People keep telling me not to blend soups, but I don't know how else to make it thick and creamy. Well, soup, I would go for half blending. You don't just turn it all into one soup. You want some bits left over, don't you? Yeah, so you know. So the thing is, the easiest way to homogenize soup, I'm going to burp again, gosh, is just to blend it the whole lot, isn't it? Then you have the same kind of settling, makes it easier to mix. It means you've got the same amount of leek and carrot and potato or whatever else that's actually in there. If you're doing soup as a profession, that's what you would do. But then, of course, then you want it to be a particular thing, so you're best off with a whole batch of like soup base, and then you just bung some ingredients in there. I bet that's what they do. Thing is though, if you do it yourself, you do it as you like it. Leo, as hard as you can. Finely chopped onion in the mash. Yes, Tyler, exactly. Finely chopped and uncooked onion at the end. So now all this is starting to make me want to make this food now. Don't mash or even cook potatoes. Eat them like apples, says the blob. That's the solution. We've kind of done this though, haven't we? I said something like that before, not as a recommendation, but that's what you would have to do if you didn't cook them. Don't you mash your apples, blob. Crisp, is it pink? I don't know. What's pink? Is it? Just in time stock management. Do you approve? Ah, right. No. You look like a very wise man, says Cade1356, and that is a very nice thing of you to say, I reckon. Ooh, yes, onions. Finely chopped into mash or spring onions. And because they will get ever so slightly cooked in the hot mash, then just white onion will do. Real Rasta Badman, says Scarab. I'm chasing a potato. Can you show us your favourite shoes? Asks Windy Miller. No, because they're at work. Do you watch wrestling? Asks DR. I don't. Tornado. I buy butter with salt crystals in it. Lidl. They're really good. I just buy the normal stuff, but proper butter, you can't beat it, can you? Why would you go back? Why? You know the thing, can't believe it's not butter. I can't believe they're still calling it. I can't believe it's not butter. Oh, I'm ready to do some cooking now. So, Troikling2988, are you a boy or a girl? I'm neither. I am a middle-aged man. The best solution to that question is to answer it properly, which was that. Now maybe you think this is some sort of voice generator and you're not looking at what's going on. I'm immigrating to Scotland soon. Right. When we go to Mrs. Miller's ancestral home, we buy handmade butter with salt crystals in. It's expensive but awesome. Now, how about butter rolled with some Himalayan rock salt? After all, the salt will come out of the butter anyway, so all you've got to do is just add a bit more if there's not enough. Agreed? I think you're going to agree to that. So, what's going to happen next is going to be more than one thing. What's going to happen next is going to be cooking and drinking beer. Which should come first, eh? Which should come first? Because after all, Normally, I'm waiting for an amount of people approving of the live stream before I dare have a beer. And I do have cooking to do, but I don't want you to miss the comparison of the two beers, where one is copying the other. You imagine if the copy is that good that the original then starts to copy the copy. That could happen, couldn't it? Now, into the cupboard of things, we find a pan, and we find another pan as well. We find onions, because obviously onions are going to be involved here, aren't they? The reason is because they always are. That they are always going to be welcome when it comes to cooking onions. Surprisingly enough, I've just about got enough onions, that is. Let's get some potatoes out. What I haven't actually decided on so far is what kind of sauce I'm going to make with the pork. Because there are certain things that do obviously work with pork. Apple, mustard, they're the two main things. Like a kind of a sweet chili sauce would work. I haven't decided which one. So, I'm going to start it off with a sort of generic way of doing things. Generic way, you know, the fail-safe way. Fry an onion, fry some garlic, and whilst doing that, something may well just pop into my head by means of motivation, inspiration, or whatever it happens to be. And then I'll know what to do. Whereas at the moment, I don't know what to do. But because when it comes to cooking, everything always seems to go just right, I'm not even going to worry about it. So like I'm not worried about whether you're interested in this. There may be people right now that are thinking, why am I watching this live stream? I don't want to watch someone cooking or talking about cooking. I just want somebody to read out my comments. That's what somebody's going to be thinking right now. I'm sorry, I can't do both. But what I can do is this. Come on, get it out. There's a bin over there for the recycled food waste. But I may as well just do this, hadn't I? And then stick the recyclable stuff. Well, no, it's not recyclable. It's not recycling. You don't. Well, I suppose it is. Food waste. It doesn't turn back into food again directly, does it? But if it goes into the ground, but then it will eventually turn back into food in a different way, won't it? On. Will 2 potatoes be enough, or will I need more? The questions are endless and ultimately exciting. If you have any new people, there's some new people here, speak up. Where are you from and what are you making? Oh, thank you, Tracy. Thank you. That is indeed what I'm making. I suppose if I was to be doing this properly, I'd have somebody follow me around the kitchen as I talk. Beer. No, not beer. Right. As soon as I get these potatoes in here, then I think it's going to be going back to the chat and then talking about the beer as well. I'll start making the sauce very, very soon. No, that's not enough. I mean, we all know you shouldn't really be eating at this time of night. It's not in this time. It's not going to be ready till about 11 o'clock. So the mash is happening probably a little bit too early. But if I don't eat at night time, then I'll be hungry tomorrow. Or will I? Because actually, I have noticed sometimes that if you have yourself a nice meal at night time, you wake up hungry. Whereas if you don't, you go to bed hungry, you don't wake up hungry. It's like it goes away. And I am promising myself to cut down on stuff like this quite soon. So somebody's already mentioned that I need to, have a shave and get rid of some weight. Well, yeah, I do. I'm going to go back on my egg diet at some point, which means that I will make small portions of food to try out rather than just to fill myself up on. Wash the spuddies, wash, 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 wash the spuddies, wash, wash, wash. More than enough there. I've still got my cup of tea actually. I was expecting that to have just disappeared by now or gone cold. It's gone cold. Gosh, they look cooked already. I'm going to turn that down, I think. Oops. I'm going to catch back up with these comments and then I shall start the beer time. Where was it up to? Quite a few comments have happened whilst I was just peeling some potatoes. Amazing. I have to go to the airport. Feel sorry for me, says Windy Miller. Oh, that is unfortunate. What is bro doing? Asks Alan Pinto, which as I'm cooking. Wendy Miller, what's wrong with London? Were you from another planet? Oh gosh. Crisp, shut the hell up and throw it back. Oh gosh, I don't really think that's not a very pleasant thing to suggest. Mind you, then again, Soda Pop Kit, with a name like Soda Pop Kit, that could be rather unfortunate as well. I wouldn't have named myself like that if I was you. Right, let's come down to here then. Does cheese give you nightmares? It does with me. It doesn't give me nightmares. Never has done. Nowhere worse than London. It would be an excuse to wear a skirt with no... Oh, a shirt with no trousers. A shirt or which one? Nothing. Oh, gosh. Well, it's a matter of opinion, Tommy. A man has just pulled up beside me whilst I'm watching you on my phone in lay-by. He thinks it's best to get home. Never put your penis in a Chinese finger trap. Hey up mustard, says Rover Joe. Hello, Rover Joe. Please like the live stream. Please like the live stream. Come on. Right. What is brought right? That's where I got up to now. I have to go to the airport. Okay. Thank you very much. This live stream was nice. I suggest you to do it if you like. Toodles. Okay, thank you. Is a silver rover with a bush-tailed Welshman at the wheel. No, he's not out yet. He'll probably be he'll probably be at work still, won't he? Collecting, not departing. Greenwood. Speak up. Where are you from and what are you making? And Tracy's already answered that one, which is very good of her. Alan Pinto says thanks, bro. Not nice. Where are you? Says speak up. What was that? I don't know. Not nice. Where are you? Did I miss something? Speak up. At least, please at me if you had an issue. Can I live in your caravan? Says Steve Cole. Well, somebody might as well do, haven't they? Oh, lovely. Right, black and white and orange furry cat. That's a name I very much enjoyed from the other week. Welcome back. All right, yes, I will. Oh, right, I didn't see that one, so speak up anyway. Can you tell me happy birthday? Says Christopher Johnson Jr. Happy birthday, Christopher Johnson Jr. Eggs. Yeah, more eggs. Happy birthday, especially on Mondays. Mr. Stephen Perry from Port Sunlight in the Wirral. So, what is Captain Chef cooking tonight? How's your day been? My day's been okay. It's always okay. It's never absolutely fabulous. And I am about to do some potatoes and to make some sort of sauce with pork is the answer. Yes, I do remember you. Of course I do. Maria Floria, hi. Did I miss something? Probably quite a lot actually. Shout out Hugh Jass. Very good. Could be a joke even, but it's not the way I say it. Welcome, Ski Clips. Beard still looking beauty, says Tom about Manchester. Tom. I still can't quite get that name because of the way it's all just linked together like that. So I'm just going to call you Tom. Solar Smasher. Hey, Captain, just joined the live. What did I miss? Everything that's happened in the past 57 minutes and 29 seconds will be the answer to that. Whether it's any good or not, I don't know. Your local cat lover. Hi. Angry Squishy. Hello. Maria Floria, can you say hi, Antonia? If you don't want, that's no problem. Hi, Antonia. Hello, Antonia. Whoever you are, hello. Oh, right, hang on. Could you try the Rochdale diet when you get hungry and take a bit of cocaine? Not for me, thank you. Rashitha. K. Any paranormal experience? Any will do, of course. Tomorrow is my birthday, says black and white and orange furry cat. Is it your birthday or the cat's birthday? Oh, Israel is here. Hello. Tom Obama Ches Berber. Tom Obama Ches Burger. 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 I'll still forget in a minute. You look like the final boss of violin players. Says keep Brittany Griner forever, please too. OMG, Tism, you said that my name. I'm drunk. Everything I got to say will be funny. That cool guy, my sister Kojujin is in the hospital. Oh, that's terrible. I hope it's not anything terrible. Rashifa, big fan from India. Thank you very much. Don't respect the mustard, bro, says Tom. Tom Obama. Solar Masher. Lots and lots of funny faces. Right, so what's next? Well, we're up to 23 likes. That's always going to be enough, isn't it? That's enough to get the 2 beers out and start some sort of comparison. And then I shall start doing the sauce. There's no rush for the sauce, of course. You win a new sub, says Maria Floriel. Thank you very much. That's always nice to know indeed. Now, 1 second, just 1 second indeed here. Two beers. One glass. Excuse me, how come you come downstairs?
Wait, has it puffed up?
No,
Is it puffed up?
Yeah, it has puffed up.
Yay!
Right. If you see this, you have to like it. He is the best YouTuber in the world. Oh yes. Don't forget to subscribe, everyone. Your sub keeps this madness going. Indeed it does, thank you. Indeed it does.
It's a nice fountain.
Dropped wallet.
Amelia, come on.
Come on, back upstairs, please. Good night. Dropped wallet, that's a cool name. That is a cool name, actually. But will it be as good as these beers? And we're about to find out. Yes, Joe, indeed. Now, who reckons that the Lidl copy will be as good as the original? Now, bear in mind, I've only had this one, and this one's quite good. This one, never tried. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to mix them together because that would really make it completely difficult to answer. But I'm going to have some of the copy first. Rather than having two glasses on the go at once, or you could do this thing where you have two identical glasses and then you just do this with them and everything like that, but you make sure you put a sticker on the bottom of one of the others. I'm not going to do that because if there's any difference, I'll be able to taste the difference, won't I? So, what can we say? Goat, yes, I like that. How are you? You are the actual host. It's Cats, Oil Up Live. Yes. Can you shout out? Oh, another one. Right, okay. Robin Blunt. Robin Blunt likes Hugh Janus and wants me to shout it out. So there we go, I've done it. I hope you like that, Robin. Respect this man for all costs, says Maria. Well, little alcohol is good. A little alcohol, but not much. Now, this particular beer has somewhat impressed me for a man who doesn't really like lager that much, because it has quite a bit more flavour to it than I was initially expecting. And I bought one kind of by accident. I wanted a beer one night. I thought, like, they're cheap. Cheapo, £4, 4 beers. You can't go too far wrong with it, can you? And in actual fact, and then I drank it and I thought, that's not bad actually. That's much nicer than I was expecting. Well done, Rolling. Rolling Bruns. I got a dad joke for you. What's red and bad for your teeth? A brick. Very good. Solar Smashers play buttons everywhere. That's good. Right, okay. Well, my name is Antonia, not Marie. Thank you, Rolling. Well, that's the only trouble is obviously I go off usernames. That's easier. But I wouldn't know that your name was Antonia beforehand. But if I can remember it, I will do. But I can't guarantee it because, as you can see, quite a lot of people have popped in, and they do pop in, and sometimes they go away and never come back, but often they do come back. Oh. Right, so a brick named Wilfred, right? Is that a school lunch? Can you say my name? If your name is a school lunch, then yes. Are those fishes in your back? Can you show them? I can. There. You'll get to see them again at some point if you're hanging around, because I won't be just staying in exactly the same spot. I can't. It's impossible. Is school lunch? I think they're so cool. They are cool. Yeah, they're rather endearing little creatures. They're not running downstairs. Hi, How come we're back down again? It is past being down time stairs. I think it's a meme from my school. What's your favourite ravioli dish? Asks Senior Fish.
Fishy.
Senior Fish is quite a cool name. I don't know. I've never really considered ravioli as much of a dish, really. Right, let's try the other one. Of course, I've only had a bit of that one. And we might even say that the original San Migel has got the what's the I can't think of the word, but you know, it's got the advantage. That's the word I was thinking of, the advantage, because it's in a bottle rather than a can, and that's really what we like, isn't it? Excuse me, could you go back upstairs, please? Thank you very much. It is your bedtime. Up you go. And you too. Good night. Good night. I'll come up and see you in a bit. Don't make silly noises. I'm going to add exactly the same amount in. The beer looks like it is exactly the same. Imagine it was exactly the same.
We live in Manchester. Good news. Bye-bye.
Imagine it was the same. And Aldi, or Lidl rather, just buy stuff from San Migel to take it from the bottles and stick in cans and sell it for cheaper. Well, it doesn't have a smell to it. Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. Well, now that was unexpected. I think I prefer the taste of the cheap one. Imagine that. Well, I'm going to keep going with it. Obviously, I've got to drink these things, haven't I? I'm going to go back to the cheap one in a minute. If I'm not careful, I'll end up getting ever so slightly drunk by doing this before I even started cooking. Yeah. Okay, so first impressions. This one definitely has a bit more body to it than this one. That really is unexpected. That's my name. Yeah. You are so lucky to have like 15 fishes, because I lost one fish. Well, you need more than one, really. You need quite a lot. There are about 36 in there. H. Abdul Rashin. May I get out of your basement, master? Well, just wait till the live stream's over and I'll come and unlock you. Are you from the UK? Yes, I am. I am from the UK, in a place called Manchester, or just east actually, come to think of it, of Manchester. A place called Rochdale. ARC says hello. Ravioli is great when it's freshly made pasta, filling, sauce, etc. The tinned ravioli is fine, but not like the Italian dish, and that's kind of the thing. I've never had a proper ravioli. I have made pasta though, but it wasn't that popular in the household. But maybe that's another thing for the future. I mean, I keep on, having stuff in the kitchen does kind of spur me on to try out different things. So there's always a possibility I'll try something like that. I just accidentally swiped down a middle-aged man who was slightly confused about the cool dangle or not. I could make this up, could be better applied. Swipe down what? Swipe down. I'm bleeding, master. May I get out of the basement? Says H. Abdul Rashid. No, you're going to have to wait. And stop banging on the floor. It's distracting. Don't waste your life fishing. I don't think anyone was talking about fishing, Steve. Can you see me? Asks Grace Johnson. Well, I can see your name and I can see what you've written. I can't actually see you. Presumably that's not what you mean. The Frogling Sprog. The Frogling Sprog, that's That's a 7 out of 10 name. I like that one. Fish, 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 says the Frogling Sprog. Lidl is the winner. Well, it is at the moment. I'll come back to it and maybe I'll change my mind again. I don't know. I'll tell you what, though, it's a bit disappointing because as the Lidl beer was pleasing me, I was expecting the original one to make me think, oh, yeah, that's really good, that is. But instead, no. Unless that's a particularly good one. But then I'd have noticed that, wouldn't I? Tyler, drink and drive if you want. There's nothing worse than having a crash sober. Cancun, what's good? Oh, I love ravioli. I'm from Romania. My mum is in the UK. Right now, I've forgotten your name again. I'll call you Maria Flori, but I've forgotten what your name is because that will happen. You can ask the wife to do a taste test if she was well up for it. Yeah. Detective Inky. Detective Inky, hello. Have you ever smoked weed? Asks Cancun. Should I answer that question for real? Was your childhood good or bad? Well, I don't remember it being terrible, so it couldn't have been bad. See, sure. Oh, and don't know what any of that says. My name is Antonia. Yes, Antonia. I like you, says Winnie Nevin. Antonia. I'm going to try and remember that name, but please don't be annoyed with me if I don't. Hyman says somebody with a rather unusual name indeed. It's impossible to read that one for me. Righty, that is my taste of the beer concluded. Is UK part of the EU? Well, no, not anymore, it's not. I don't like you. No. No, it's UK fought to be not part of the EU, and then I think mostly regretted it afterwards. But that's politics, and we're not going to get into that. British politics, of course, is easier done in Britain where you understand it a bit more, but I'm still not getting into it. Mortija, don't know what have you said that? Have you manned up and smoked crack yet? Asks Wop. There's nothing manly or manning up about smoking crack. Just got diagnosed with TB, says Wan Huel. Well, I'm very sorry to read that. I like this live, says Antonia. I'm from Iraq. Do you know this? I do know of Iraq, of course I do. UK should immigrants going there stop. Again, it's slightly into the realms of politics, isn't it, really? We're not really that comfortable doing it. I have opinions on things, and for this kind of thing, I prefer to keep them to myself. Now, here we have bread, which has no meat. Oh, maybe the reason why this bread is rising so much is because the oven's on, and of course the hob is warm. Oh, by the way, definitely better. Definitely better, I'm afraid. No, I don't want the spuds on yet, do I? I don't want the spuds on yet. What I want to do is now, I'm going to do what I do with the, oh, I've got any left. Oh no, I don't, dear, don't believe it. I've only got small garlic. Well, that bit's a bit bigger, I suppose. Oops, that's a bit loud. Oh. in a supermarket, you can buy big cloves of garlic, or you can buy like 4 of them in some stringy stuff. Buy the big one. So much easier to work with. These small, these little ones here, we get loads of little bits of garlic all together. Now, they're a pain. You want to be reducing the amount of time you spend chopping things up, not increasing it. And with this, you can't. Now then, I'm going to have to admit here that that beer has gone straight to my head for some reason, and I really don't need it to do because, well, I've got an awful lot more to do here, and later on, I have a video to edit. I have a video to edit that's 3 days worth of footage. Although, I also have to admit that there's not a great deal of going on in that 3 days to edit. So maybe it'll be quite easy. I'm hoping, or was hoping, it was going to be a sort of good half-an-hour episode in the Project Nigel channel. Come on. Right, thank you very much. Right, so same thing again, cook the garlic first. You can burn it a little bit and it still tastes nice. So, olive oil, tip a load in the pan, tip a load in the pan. There we go, somebody asked me to do a song. If you ask me to do a song, I probably won't. If you just leave me to my own devices, I will. I'll always do one. I'll do it without really even realising. I can't help it. I don't know how not to do a song whilst I'm doing things. It's just how it works. It's just how chopping up the garlic, chopping up the garlic. Oh, that's it. I've stolen a song off myself there. I've stolen the melody off another song of mine. What came about through doing exactly that. Not chopping garlic, but just doing something mundane and ended up making a song out of it. But I'll stick with it. Chopping up the garlic, chopping up the garlic, chopping up the garlic, chopping up the garlic. It's always good to be doing something within a live stream, as anyone will come along and go, what the hell is this guy about? What's he talking about? Is he okay? Is he from the mental institute? Hey, they're thinking that they're halfway to steak because they think, must hang around a little bit longer and find out what the crack is. And no drugs are involved. You need to know that. Anybody that has an imagination needs to just use it more often. And then you'll find that people do tend to go, what are you on? What are you on, eh? What have you been taking? Well, the thing is, if you let your brain free to do what it actually wants to do, you'll find yourself doing the same kind of thing. Thank you. There's been loads of people coming, haven't there? I said, let him cook, shouted Antonia. What's it doing here? It's wobbling around all over the place. Well, it's the opportunity, yet again, what to do is start one thing off, go back to the comments, because every time I start doing something, lots of people comment. Charlotte Church has a Palestine flag in her bedroom wall. Oh dear, Steve called. I know he's saying that. I know. Oh dear. Gosh, but every time I just take my eye off the comments, this happens. Just tons and tons of people turn up and start shouting away as if I'm not even here. And I'm doing the same thing myself. There is therapy for real cause is so relaxing. Please don't repeat the questions. Mustard has a worldwide following. says Andrew Buttigieg, which is true. Winnie Nevin asks, what age are you? And the age is 5 years older than what I was 5 years ago, but 5 years younger than what I will be in 5 years. And then Antonia, watching from Romania, I'm in love with this live. Gosh, what a wonderful thing to say. Hans McNiger, or Niger, he is 69. Well, I will be one day. What you having mash with? Asks Joe. Well, this and that is going to be the answer. It's some pork and some sauce that I haven't made yet. Please help. We're not in the right place for help, depending really what kind of help you need. As old as his tongue and older than his teeth. Another good answer. Yeah, indeed, yeah. Home now. Gosh, that did take you a long time, didn't it, Bev? Was wine-coloured Rover 75. He's only got four tyres. You keep checking them again and again. Thank God for my VVC. I wonder what he's cooking. I'm cooking something lovely. You'll see it soon. I will endeavour to stick it on some plates and show you as I finish. Or if I can't do that, I'll put it on the plates and take some photographs and bung it on the community aspect side of this channel. Let him cook. Bunny lover, hi. Pork loin steaks in sauce, mashed potatoes. I want the food. Master Shifu cooking. I was ROCXX, ROCCX. I don't want a rubber duck. I don't want a rubber duck. Who's offering you a rubber duck? Checking on the pork, checking on the pork. Pork, really, really good stuff to cook properly slowly because it's full of fat, but the fat itself gives it flavour. Rohit High. If he had a 75 had wine stains on it, then he definitely would have been bought. But he hasn't got a 75 though, has he? Jamie Davidson, hi. It is the show Cooking with Mustard. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Free Joel at church. San Remo is the best cafe in Rochdale. Well, that's interesting because it's still open, isn't it? In Rochdale. Rochdale, a dying town, been dying for decades. San Remo and Roxoff are still around. Isn't that bonkers? Tay Swifty, hello. You do talk funny, says Stang 1892. That means that you are from maybe America. Now the garlic's starting to burn, so we haven't got much time before I do something else in there. Have you thought about getting addicted to nicotine? No, I haven't. Well, I have actually, but I've decided not to do. Your good taste in churches. I mean, that really is a good thing to say. Well done. Chat say, I love you, mustard, says Antonia. Thank you very much. That's very nice. More beer, more cooking. Yep. So, here we go. Garlic in my wax non-stick pan, cooking away. Next, onions. Chopped rather finely indeed. Should I do 2 or 1? 2 or 1? Should I do 2 or 1? I don't know. It depends on how much onion I can get off of the actual onion here before I have to chuck the rest of it away. Because sometimes the skin on the outside is so well attached that it doesn't want to let go, and you end up having to peel another layer off just so you can get to the bit of onion underneath that you want to keep. This one, well, there's not that much there, is there really? So I think that means I'm going to have to go for the other one as well. Yeah, it's only a small one. Now, just last week, I bought this 1.5 kilos of onions. And you may think, oh, well, how are you going to get through that many onions? well tonight? I have. And it's just as well that these two aren't rotting anywhere, because I would then find myself in a situation where I need more. But luckily, I'm not. Let's get rid of these. If anybody does stuff in the kitchen, are you the kind of person that cleans up as you go along, or do it afterwards? I think I've decided what I'm going to do here. I'm going to try and make some sort of sweet chili sauce. So, the ingredients for this will be a bit of chili powder. I would prefer personally to use some green chilies, but it's not just me that's going to be eating it. And with a bit of chili powder, you can control the amount of heat that you get from the chilies, whereas actual chilies you can't. So in order to use actual chilies, you've got to really like them, haven't you? Otherwise, you could end up with something where you just don't want to eat it. And also, to gain the heat, other things can be used. I mean, other things? What other things? Well, ginger. Ginger's a favourite. You can't go wrong with ginger. And I won't do. Ginger's going to be going in there, coriander, and honey, some honey, and cinnamon. And then I'll discover something else that looks going. Oh yeah, tomato puree. A little bit of tomato puree and water. Try not to make a mess, try not to make a mess, trying not to make a mess. Really rather difficult, really rather difficult, you know. Oh yeah, yeah. Trying not to make a mess. I might get out the porky things in the oven there and see if there's any porky juice that's going to take off of them to stick into the here. Because what we don't want to do is waste anything, do we? And there's not really. Yeah, good. Those are quite nicely cooked already. Which now means that the not a rush on, but time to start moving things along as far as the cooking is concerned. Which is interesting because I haven't been going an hour and a half yet. Whilst those onions are starting to brown and caramelise, I'm going to go back to my comments, and I see that the viewers have dropped. Oh, come on, that's 36. I can't wait to see how many people have actually become a new subscriber to this channel. It's always the most exciting thing to end the live stream and just see what's actually happened. I feel like there's some good things happening with this channel, and very much looking forward to it. Where was I up to? That's the only church I would willingly enter. Bro, the fish are like, I want to eat, give me some food. They're always like that. I fed them just before starting this live stream off. And I give them a nice big pinch of food. You can very easily overfeed your fish. And very easily because If you put food in there, they will just try and eat it all. But then they'll look like they're hungry and they'll be begging for more, but they don't actually need it. Okay, bye. Bye. Mustard last spotted in the graveyard shouting, "Wake up." No, he's not in Devon. He's going to Wales. He's going to South Wales, but is he going tomorrow? I think he is actually going tomorrow. Yes, yes, he is. What? Oh, I thought he said what fish you got. I've got quite a few. Got mollies, gold mollies. No. I did have some mollies for a while, but they were a bit vulnerable to just dying. It's got rummy nose tetras, yeah. Swordtail, yes. There are 2 swordtails in there. I'm not aware. Heading off tomorrow. Yeah. Next weekend, can you drink a bottle of Buckfast and start cooking with interest? He's meeting a whale. No, he's not meeting a whale. He's going to Wales. He's going to Wales, South Wales, to be precise. Now there's a point. I forgot which beer I put inside there. Was it this one or was it this one? And as I tasted it, I thought, which one was it? And I know from the taste it was this one because it doesn't taste as good, but also because there's not much left in that bottle. If you overfeed it with your foul water up, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean, and I'm not going to pretend that I do. Tyler Kennedy, Tyler Kennedy, and Tyler Kennedy, and Tyler Kennedy. Can you say Eva Anderson? Yes, I can, Eva Anderson. Thank you. Welcome to the live stream. Please subscribe. Please like. Do the things that help the live streams continue. And I shall get back to some of the cooking stuff. Because what actually really the best way is to have the onions properly and nicely cooked for quite a while. Oh, and do you know what? This is brilliant. Do you ever find yourself looking at the clock and thinking, oh, it's a lot earlier than I was expecting? And then you get all excited by it. I do. I've just done it now. Now I must just nip upstairs for one moment and I'll be back in a sec. Bye-bye. And I'm back, of course. It didn't take too long to go off and just do that. So what's going to happen next is what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the comments, read the comments, get to where I'm going to, and then I'm going to start going through the ingredients necessary to make this sauce, of which I'm unsure it's going to be. Where was we up to? That's where, thanks, says Eva Anderson. Layla Brooks, cooking. Yes, cooking indeed. Something I very much enjoy doing and insist on doing quite a lot. It will foul, oh yes, it will foul your water up. Exactly. That's why the filters are a good idea. I'm hella hungry now, says Kaylee, not Kaylee, Layla Brooks. Garlic bulb, each segment a clove. Ah, yes. I subscribe, says Eva Anderson. Thank you very much. Right, so it's poop VR. Can you say? I can't be bothered with all that. What does all that mean? Can you say hi? Oh, hang on. Hi, Rocker, please. Can you say hi, Rocker? Are you the same as Beetlejuice? All right. Or the Candyman? Jonas Bombsjo. Hello again. I'm trying to try saying my name then. Jonas Bombsjo. Bombsjo. Is it Bombsjo? Bombsjo. It's Swedish. Ah, right. I like your fish, says Sabrina Quinton. I like you liking my fish. Eva Anderson says, I love your channel. That's love. Yeah, you're new though, aren't you? You need to check out some more of it. Then you might love it even more or less. I don't know. It could go either way, couldn't it? Subscribe to Boaty's World. He's going whale hunting tomorrow, and he's only got his little rod. That's why you should get more live plants. They act like a buffer, so the plants absorb the nitrates. And this is the Tyler Kennedy sometimes goes serious and just shows something of his knowledge. Tyler, do you work in Gordon Brigg? Hi there, Mike Litt. Mike Litt loves you, says John. I like and subscribe, says Josephine Bryce. Thank you very much. Try saying me Gandu. If you have time tomorrow, please can you do a live? Well, yeah, maybe. Enjoy the one that's happening at the moment because we've got another probably half an hour. Josephine Rice is British. What's next then? You may be asking, or you may not. What's next is to keep this stirring a little bit in the actual fat, quite possibly, just to stop it from burning. I'm going to get the tomato puree and a bit of water. Tomato puree. I've added quite a lot of water actually, but I'm going to add a little bit at a time so it gets mixed in properly. I suppose really what we should have here would be the camera mounted here so you can actually see what I'm doing if you're interested. Some people just seem to be interested in something else. I'm not sure what. Why are people coming to my live streams? That's what I want to know. I'm not complaining, but I don't actually know why. Now, ingredients then. Oh, there's a point. What wants up? A little bit of balsamic vinegar. Add that in there, gives it a tang, you see? There's also a tang to it. What you want from a sauce on many foods is it to hit every part of your taste buds. And balsamic vinegar does actually releases something there that other things can't quite do. Let's get out the pot of spices. And we'll go through the ones that we're going to use. Right, so ginger powder. Should we use ginger powder or just ginger? let's just use proper ginger. Ginger, God, a bit funny in my speech there. Get the ginger. There's nothing quite like a bit of actual proper ginger. So that's what I'm going to use. Cut the skin off, and the bit that's gone dry. And then I'm going to use maybe about half of that actually. Into shreds. So that is quite a few bits of ginger just there. So it will have a rather sweet gingery flavour to it. Now, if you want to try cooking this yourself, you can do. If you don't like ginger, just don't add it. That's probably the easiest solution there. But that omits the use for the ginger powder. There's again, loads of people are here. Loads of people, thank you very much for joining me in this live stream. Now let's go through some spices, of which we may and well not use. Herbs and spices, thyme, no. Chili powder, a bit. I'll put that there. Cumin, a bit. Coriander, quite a bit. Cinnamon, yes. Cloves, not necessarily. Fennel seeds, yes. And methy seed, no. So if we put this back, I've got to try and bung all of the ingredients in it without overdoing it at any point. Is there anything else I'm missing? Yes, there is. Black pepper. Start off with a bit black pepper. Or a lot of black pepper, depending on whether you think it's good or not. At the moment, it's kind of like stodgy, oniony stuff there. We want to turn it into a sauce. The only way it's going to turn into a sauce is by keeping the heat on and adding a bit more water, and it will just thicken up naturally. So a bit more water. Now with all of the cooking I do, I kind of just improvise it. So, cinnamon. Cinnamon is one of those things where you could easily overdo it. And you can easily overdo it even more if you don't measure it. And that's why I'm not going to measure it. Because I like to take a chance. I know what I should put in there. It's kind of a that amount. And straight away, I can smell cinnamon. Nice. So far, it's just going to taste like cake. Chili powder, just a little bit. Smells good, yeah, it does. Cumin. Cumin is associated with curries. Little bits of that. Fennel seeds. Good for indigestion. Have you tried fennel? Tastes like aniseed. Love cumin seeds, say. I do. That's what I meant to get, was cumin seeds. Fennel, very, very easy to overdo. Now what you can do, easily enough, is do it the correct way, which is to put a bit in and then see if you need a bit more afterwards. Coriander. You can go, not mad, but we can certainly put quite a bit of that in. So there is a very nice but easy going flavour. So at the moment I'm just going to put all this lot back in there. So as you see, so far, no stock cubes, nothing like that. It's just ingredients, just plain old spices, all fresh, and doesn't smell overpowering actually. I've got a feeling that those potatoes are going to be finished if I'm not careful. More water into the mix here. I'm going to put it all in there because what I really want it to do now is just simmer for a while. And what it looks like is just kind of a brown gravy with some lumps in it. Lumps of garlic and ginger. It's kind of what it is, that's why. If you want your gravy or your sauce to be thicker, then add a bit of flour to it. But be careful, because if you bung it in at this stage, it's just going to turn into lumps. As it goes, I don't want to put any flour in it. One other thing indeed. I want this to be a sweet sauce. And sweet means adding something that is sweet. And in this instance, I want something that isn't going to give you toothache or something. So, honey. Nice big dollop of honey there. And then another one. In case you don't know, honey doesn't go off. And because it's antiseptic, it won't make your mouth all furry. But of course it's not. Oh, bollocks. Oh dear. Right, that's got to cause a problem. Oh dear. Just drop the ginger powder. It's falling on the phone and all over the place. Right, gosh, do I have to smell that? I've got to do a quick bit of cleaning up. Oh gosh, that really did make a mess. Right, more water in here. I'm going to just gradually clean this up so as not to cause any concern. Ginger powder is a bit like sawdust. I mean, it doesn't. It looks a bit like it. It gets some kind of nooks and crannies as well. It's. Well, go on, stand back up again. You mad daft tripod. What's going on with you now? Oh dear, the tripod's playing up. How can a tripod play up? Well, somehow this one's managing to do exactly that. Oh dear, what a waste. Really bizarre when you consider that I didn't even use any of it. Sorry to interrupt this live stream, but some things do need attending to straight away. Why is my tripod doing this? It's definitely not very happy. Just doing its job. It just keeps wanting to fall over all the time. And now I've got ginger all over my screen as well. Right, okay, let's read some comments. Oh. Oh, I see. It's this. That better? Well, I'm asking you. I need to. I'm asking myself if it's better. I don't know. Right, I can relax for a little while, I think. Whilst I just catch up with a few comments. I've got ginger on my reading glasses as well. Oh, right, and quite a lot of comments have happened since doing that. Oh, yeah, I could do one. TYS, eat all your fish. I've had that one before, actually. I've had that one before. Okay, right, thank you, Eva. I'll send you $500 if you throw all the food on the floor. Well, that's interesting. Did you wash your hands today? Asks Big Thirsty. I've washed my hands about 50 times today. Yeah, I work in Gordon Briggs. I'll rob you some fish if you want, but no more abusing the stuff. Do you know what, Tyler? That was actually a serious question. Because with Gordon Briggs in Rochdale, I did spend quite a while speaking to the fishman in Gordon Rig, who was very helpful. And now I just wondered if it was you, because not many young men know about fish, not like you seem to do anyway. W cooking. It's not like bonjour. It's like saying bumj for the sound of the bird. Ooh. Smells good, says Jed. It does. Actually, I can't smell it that much now. I've got a bit of nose blind. I need to go into another room so I can smell it, because at the moment I can't now. Eva Anderson says, please, Mr. X, I'm not surprised. I will enjoy my dinner, thank you. Myra Atalev, I love cumin, says this room was up to before. Quite a lot's happened. Put your fish in it, right. I will send you $20 if you make sauce with my recipe, asks or says Chris K. Well, yeah, send me your recipe via email, and the $20 isn't very much though, is it? But yeah, I mean, I'll do it for that. You can PayPal. Seth G was here. Steve Culger's gone by the looks of it. Can you look out your window? I'm outside of your window. I'm watching you through the window on this live stream. Thank you very much, Seth. Very nice. Smells sweet. Yep. Honey. Yes, honey. Forgot to eat all your fish. Yep. Still here. Still here. How old are you? You always ask that question, Seth. You'll be in trouble. Well, I'll be quick. Yes, definitely. Quick clean-up, Mustard, or Mrs. Mustard will have your guts for garters. That's an Australian way of saying it, isn't it? Australian. It's only a bit of ginger powder. It's not that bad. Oh, morning all. What's he cleaning up with mustard? It's Tyler. She'll need a big knife for that. Please don't spam chat. Yes, please don't. Britton Sanders, hello. Braden Dexter, what's up, Cap? Greet me, please, says Jana Hafferstein. Give me a shout out, says Havish. I don't know how you say your name. Clean your glasses, that's going to sting. Oh, there's still some on the outside, actually. I can't see anything at the moment. Read aside, BK99. Harold Betterson, hi from Stockport. The real Captain Mustard or Messi Ronaldo. Hello to all the new chatters. Hello from me as well. How many tropical fish do you have? Asks Harold. I have about 38. What's up, bro? Asks Estepina. Estepina. I like Gordon Riggs in Todmorden better. Estepina, I sub bro. Thank you. Do you support furries and theans? No, I don't see dragon. I think it's a rather strange thing. Can you please say my name is Melanie? Hello, Melanie. Well, we got 27 likes on this. No, just disconnected then. Disconnected. Lex Breslin, watching from the Republic of Kosovo and Albania. Have you been there? No, I haven't actually. ABC say 2 beers and he's chucking ginger everywhere. Harold Besson, what do you do for work? Get frustrated and fling spanners about. What sort of films do you prefer to watch? Asks Bev. Well, short films or, actually, I will answer that properly. I like, the kind of film I like is, I like kind of low budget British films. It's my favourite. That's answering the question properly. Low budget British films. On Channel 4, they used to have a thing on for short films. And we're going back sort of 20 years now. I forgot what it's called. Yeah, it was really good. So they'd be like all these films of about 5 minutes over half an hour or something like that. And can't remember what the thing was called, but yeah, that was one of my favourite things to see on television. Just short films. Will that do? I don't want to admit this. I don't want to admit that I put ginger in the cutlery thing, do I? I don't know if I can get away with it. I don't know if I can get away with actually not say anything about it. So I'm going to have to sort of sneakily clean up a little bit. Now, if it was just me, what I'd do, I'd just leave it, come back to it tomorrow at some point. Not really worry about it. But I do get told off for leaving the drawer open. And if the drawer wasn't open, it wouldn't have fallen in there. Ah, Skick is here. Where is your granddaughter? Asks Moto. That's assuming that I have one. And I'll put you out of your misery. I don't. I'm not old enough. Skip, welcome to the live stream, Skip. Tales of the Unexpected. This is all about Tales of the Unexpected in these live streams, isn't it? I suppose there's always something potentially unexpected going on. Right. Oh, of course, put them back. Now, will I have got away with this? Welcome, everybody who's just joined. I'm going to have another read through these comments before going back to sorting out of the cooking bits. Lex Breslin. Say my name, yes. No, I'm not going to say that one. Edit 1, 2, 3. Ah, right, you've been in a few, Greenwood. Ah, cool. I wonder if you've been in any that I've seen. Who looks after your fish when you go on a holiday? And I remember that on Channel 4. Cool. I don't drink soda because I'm not a child. No. Mechanic. So, no, not really. Sorry I'm missing some comments here. But they're a bit difficult to keep up with once I'm actually doing something. I don't go on holiday, so I don't need anyone to look after the fish. I mentioned you about an hour ago. I don't remember that actually. Strange things with Michael Palin. Oh, I sent that 10,000 whatever it was, and it's coming over next week, says Seth G. No doubt that'll be one of those where I have to pay out $100 first to receive the payment, and I'll definitely be doing that. Mrs. Greenwood, that sounds like my mother. Oh, Jimmy Quinn is here. Hi, Skick, how are you? Jimmy, my ex-husband, Tracy. I got chucked out of Gordon Riggs in Rochdale for getting in the Oh, I did it with my dad's ashes. I was trying to put the tin into the lovely urn I made. Unfortunately, it didn't go smoothly. Sudden whoosh, and he ended up partly in the kettle. Jackson Wicker. Who's that painting? Who's that? I don't know what you mean by painting. Oh, you lost at Monopoly. Okay. Do you have a pet? I've got some fish legs. The real Captain Mustard, I sent you $10,000 and it's coming in 3 days. Well, I look forward to that. Are you coming back on to Boaty Stream? Well, when's Boaty Stream on? He's not doing one tonight, is he? At least I don't think he is. Bet he's not. He won't be doing one tonight. Raven Burgess. Shut up, Poopy, Real Godzilla says. I'm going to wait for the answer to that question now, because I don't think... if it doesn't come, I'll send it to you again. Oh, that, I mean, that's obviously... Yeah, if you don't receive your $10,000, just ask and I'll send you some more. Absolutely. That's always the answer. Just send more, don't you? What I need to do now is have a little taste of the sauce. Gummy balls. Have a little taste of it, see what it's like. We need to wash the honey off of it, because otherwise that's the only thing it will taste. Ow, something stinky there. Right, that works. Thoughts it might do. Now it's coming with this mash. Going to turn the heat back up on the mash. Get that so it's boiling again. Tip the water out, then do some mashing. So what do I want? This salt. Yep. Pepper. Yeah. Where's the pepper gone? Where's the pepper gone? Where's the... Oh, it's there. It's right. And actually, I would really like pesto in it. But I'm not going to put pesto in. We might put some parsley in it. Mustard. You know what? I haven't put any mustard in this. I should have put some mustard in the sauce. But somehow that feels like cheating. Not big cheating, but you put mustard or Worcestershire sauce. It's already a product that somebody made to taste in a particular way, and you can guarantee it's going to make something better. When you just do it like this with just a mix of spices, it's a bit hit and miss. But if you get it right, it's very pleasing. Ooh. Mm. Oh, there's a bit of ginger in there. Aldi's lager, which is a copy of Stella. I remember having that with a bit of ginger wine. That was quite good. Just so much better. Mm. Yeah. Nobody knows it, but he's doing a live stream tonight. Yeah, we have there's always going to be quite a few spammers on the go, isn't there, unfortunately? What can we do about it? Besides just not have a live stream, that wouldn't do, would it? If I put this back up here, and hopefully it don't drop it this time. So, coming close to the end now. We should be, because we've got 2 hours, haven't we? 2 hours is plenty long enough for a live stream, isn't it? Let's read some comments before I finish off. Why do you use salt and pepper? Well, they make things taste better. Some lager and sauce from now on. I can't go through all the fish's names. I think he will be doing the last couple of days ahead and stuff. He used to rest to relax, however, it might just pop up. He can't resist it. He can't resist it, the same way that I can't. Hello, I can't hear because my speakers are broken, but I can see you're looking after fish. I love fish, so instant 10 out of 10. Says Edward Lees. I mean, that's kind of cool, isn't it? Worcestershire sauce. Did I say Worcester? I want spag bol. No, I haven't got a dog. The Incredible Mr. Limpet. Ah, right, I see. Yeah, well, I'm not working tomorrow, but I am getting ready to eat this. I suppose 11 o'clock is more than late enough, isn't it? Turn the spuddies off. That's still a bit runnier than I really wanted it to be, but I don't want to start adding flour to it, especially at this late stage. Yeah, what I should do though is get another beer in the freezer. Don't forget to like and sub to the channel, please, everyone. How kind of you to remind them. What are you cooking again? Oh, all sorts of cook again. Also, killer beard. I approve. A killer beard. Right, you can have a look at the fishes whilst I just drain off the potatoes. I think, and then we're almost at the end. Didn't take long that, did it? Oh, 29 likes. How lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, I might say it's been quite a successful live stream, actually. Everything seems to have gone quite well. There's been a few spammers, but not a massive amount, realistically. Considering. One big knob of butter. Another big knob of butter. And then a bit more knob of butter, which now means that there's not much butter left. Salt. Nice big knob. Seriously. Nice big knob of salt is what I'm going to say. Yeah. And then a nice big knob of black pepper. Perfect. So everyone, I'm not really going to get around to reading any more comments now, I don't think, because we are at the end, and I apologise for that. Oh gosh, that looks great actually. Just potatoes with parsley and butter. That's enough. That works. In some ways it seems like a shame to mash it, but I will be mashing it loosely rather than into like a paste. Right. There. Now then, I think, do you want to see the finished thing? Should I just wait until it's finished and just show you that? Yeah. Let's do that. Might as well, haven't I? Just get rid of a couple of bits here, get the pork out, put that up there. Oh, pork steak's quite dry by this point actually, because I've had an awful lot of cooking. Almost finished. And there we have it. Too steamy really to be able to tell. I'll take a picture. And that's it. So thank you very much for joining me. Absolutely everyone, and everyone else as well. And I'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Well, it's finished. Yep, brilliant. I'll take a picture of it. And now I'm going to eat it. Thank you. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after. I'm not sure. I'll decide tomorrow. I don't know. Most of the time I think perhaps I shouldn't do another one the next day, but then comes around to it, I want to do. Sorry I can't read every single last comment in here, but it's got to the point where I just need to end. So thank you, and I will see you later.